The first side of any value proposition we put together for an organization has to be measurable. It has to work with this logical side of us. So you need to work towards an objective that the company wants to work towards. Now, the challenger sales side of things says go in and challenge them with something they didn't know. And you can do that. The more common way of doing it is to go in and actually find a problem they've got that they want to solve. If you can't address an issue they've got, why would they listen to you? The second thing it's got to have is it's got to be measurable. It's got to be able to show results. You've got to be able to say to them, my past performance has produced this. You've got to be able to say that if we work, I expect to get that result. Too often, especially in training and consulting, we don't put a measurable outcome on what we're doing. And it makes it wishy-washy for the client. The client wants to know, what will I get? And you've also got to make sure that you're involving momentum. Don't tell them we'll keep the status quo. Tell them it'll push forward. When times are bad, keeping the status quo is actually a good result. I've worked with some companies and they've said, well, we've actually not put any more sales on, but everyone else has dropped 30%. But that's not how you can sell it in there in the first place. So it's got to be measurable. It's got to actually have an objective that is aligned with what the customer wants. And it's also got to then be able to show growth and talk about how we're going to expand. Sometimes people say, but I don't know what that should be. I don't know where to find that. And your customers are often the key. When you go in and set up for the first time with a customer, make sure that it's okay to go back later and actually measure your success. So that when you go to your next customer, you can say, at my last job, we did this. If you don't think that there's a measurable, ask your clients, what do you feel it did? Just intuitively, as an objective. Do you think we increased 8, 9, 10%? Yeah, that's about right. Then you can say, our customers perceived that they saw an 8 to 10% growth. If you're not sure how to measure something, ask a customer, what are your KPIs, your key performance indicators? Let them supply you the information. Not only that, but as a source of information, ask them the value you have given over and above the project. This is how you can discover whole new areas of value proposition. You made me think differently. One of our clients said, actually, we've just done the franchise conference and Bill, 2 of the franchisees actually left. Now that sounds terrible, but they were the 2 that had to go. It was an unexpected thing. But it means that it crystallized who will stay and who will go when we go in there. And again, from a management point of view, that actually is something that they can really value. So your source of information for this are the clients. And you should be doing the research before you go in. Now you can present a value proposition that hits an objective, is measurable, and shows that you're going to create a change. That will get you some attention.